Hi, Helen. Going over your video, sorry it takes so long. I almost feel that I can't do these on the lives anymore because of the time it takes me. But that being said, you need to know this information. When you're looking at development and structure, I look at the hips like I look at old arches of columns. And some buildings have been up from the test of time. It's not here to learn anatomy, it's here to know movement function, like why she's sliding and falling down. So the keystone being like the sacrum here and so forth, going down, and that's where you're going into that. Typically, you'll see the weight of the pelvis supported by the functions of the hips. You'll see almost like a house, a structure that's there. Now, yes, you have immature pelvises here because you're a baby, but my biggest concern is, I'm actually going to take this off presentation because I can't do my arrow. Let's see if this works more. So right here, I'm a little bit concerned with, and again, I'm not a doctor, this is for movement. Her pubic symphysis is really wide. If I look here, you can see here where it's more narrowed. Again, these are other hips and so forth, but just going through here, again, these are just hips that have issues. But if you look at hers, the spacing there, and that too, she has incomplete ischiums. Now, they'll tell you that these will fill in at around 7 years of age. But for her, that and this one hip really trying to go straight, almost to, my question would be the gaps here. Is this hip dysplasia? Like I hope you're getting these really reviewed, that an orthopedist is sitting down and reading these films and looking at her development as well as what the hips are doing. Because the gaps that are in there, again, you'll see it won't be as gapped out. This is an older child, just trying to, you know what I mean, like you'll see gaps, but you'll still, that would be my first question. You can see here where the left hip wants to direct. This is where you're going to see a roundness in the back from the area of the back sacrum into the lower lumbar, because this is not lining up. If I took this structure of the hips, right, and brought it here, you can just see where, again, the left hip is off from that, and that's what you're going to have to work around. But when she's going from sitting to all fours between the gap here and the gaps here, that's really uncomfortable for her. And I think the fall is coming out because she really doesn't have a good pubic bone strike, because the pubic bone is not as put together. Again, I'm not here to scare you or anything like that, but this would be the question for an orthopedist, do we need something support? There's like hip helpers, the pants. Again, I'm not big about, whatever, but sometimes you just got to do it. Where that would give her more support in the pelvis while she's going through these milestones, as we're waiting to see how the hips are going to form. That doesn't mean she needs hip surgery, but again, does she need guidance? I want to make sure that she's being followed by a good orthopedist, developmental orthopedist, versus your GP. Your GP, general practitioner, your physician, is great, and they probably ordered this, but at the same time too, that's where my questions would be. Thanks.